I mean, it would be very, very similar. I bet surfers would be straight on that, wouldn't they? Completely still.
I like your hands, like waves are incoming.
Now you're getting silly. And with those shoes on.